In memoriam, watch Cheslie Kryst Death in Israel as Miss Universe host and judge, and also the moment she spent with her mom and the other delegates. So a quick one for those who do not know, Miss USA 2019 passes on to glory of suspected suicide. This is her Instagram account that she left. And Cheslie Kryst was born in 1991 and died 2022. Rest in power, queen. She was strength to other queens, and it breaks our heart of her demise.
No matter where you start, the possibilities for your future are limited only by the depth.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race, every move was on the page.
These are the seats that I was in. So grateful that they were lay down seats because it was a very long flight. I had dinner shortly before we left and then fell asleep and woke up to breakfast. When we landed, there was somebody there helping me through the airport, which was amazing because I would have been lost without him. While I was still at the airport, I got a COVID test administered by the Miss Universe organization, and a little cat was there. Then we lugged my suitcases to the car where I had a 4-hour drive to Eilat. When I got to the hotel, I got a list of the judges, aka selection committee, amazing judges, paused to read their bios and names. I had some macaroons, and then I started looking through the contestant profiles for the 80 women competing to be Miss Universe 2021. And then before I went to sleep, took a look at this amazing balcony. Oh my gosh, so cute, right? The next day was pretty uneventful. Here's a look at my room. It's pretty messy. It was pretty messy by the time that I took this video. I slept in until like 11 a.m. local time, which was like 4 a.m. back home in New York. So still adjusting to the local time. Those are some of my outfits that I brought. Hi! And then I took some pictures on the balcony before the Miss Universe organization announced that I'm on the preliminary selection committee. Yay! Before bed, I did a face mask and then did some Crest white strips. And finally, lights out. I spent the third day looking at contestant interviews. They were recorded, they're on my laptop, and in between looking at interviews, I would stop, take a break, shoot some content, and then look at more interviews. It took about, there were like 6 hours of interviews. So you can see here an intro video from Paula Shugart, the president of the Miss Universe organization. I was up until like 2 a.m. local time, and finally got my list together. Make sure you watch prelims tonight. And finally, this is my ballot with my selections from interviews, signed, sealed, about to be delivered. I'll update you guys again after prelims tonight. On the morning of prelims, I ordered breakfast to my room, and then me and my mom took pictures on my new camera for my content. This is one of my outfits, and then this is the other one of my outfits that we took pictures in on my patio. And then my mom worked a little, and we wanted to see some sights around our hotel, so we went shopping. Mom bought stuff, of course, because she shops a lot. Then we got dressed for the preliminary show. This is my dress that I wore. I loved it. It's from Giovanni. Here's my cute little credential for the night. And here's my mom's Cheslie Kryst management. Then it was time for a secret judges meeting. These are all the judges. We had dinner, then headed to the venue. This is us on a golf cart. This was actually the first time I got to see the venue, and it was pretty spectacular. There were some fans there, but everything was reduced capacity, so there were a lot fewer fans than you usually see at Miss Universe. The contestants did some pre-taping for the final show before we started. That's me at my seat. Then it was time to start the show. They did judges' introductions. I was so excited right in this moment. I wanted to scream, but I was like, play it cool, Cheslie, just blow a kiss. I sat beside Adriana Lima and Edie Smetana on one end, and then Marian and Urvashi on the other end. Everybody was so nice, every single one of the judges. I recorded this when I was done with this group, but we could see the contestants in person, but each of the judges, we also had iPads, so we could see the camera view too. And I intentionally kept a straight face even for contestants that I loved, because I wanted to keep things pretty fair and not give away like my picks too early. Afterwards, this is what it looked like, pandemonium, before all of us were rushed off to another secret judges meeting. This is all of us together. Then I switched from being a judge to being talent and went backstage to my trailer since I was doing backstage commentary for the competition. And this is my trailer and my mom and all my snacks. The competition was going on at this point, and the other backstage correspondent, Carson Presley, and I were like borrowing a couple of contestants' costumes for a segment that was supposed to play during the show, but that eventually got cut for time. Oh my God, Carson!
Flower make my butt look big.
It was so much fun trying them on. So thank you to the girls who let us borrow them. And then we headed back to the hotel for the night. It was pretty late by the time I laid down and I didn't feel like taking my makeup off. The next day, Carson and I had to film some more stuff for our segment. So this is us. It was a really cute segment, guys, and I'm sad it got cut for time because we had so much fun and I got to wear all these cute little outfits. We were back to the venue for another COVID test. This one, they swab your mouth and your nose. I'd never done that before, but we were getting COVID tested like basically every day. Love it. Safety first. Back to my trailer while I watched Steve finish his rehearsal, and then I went out there with Carson for our little rehearsal. You can see we had a monitor where we were watching the show, and also our teleprompter, producers, lights, cameras, everywhere. And I had an IFB. That's where the people talk to us. It's really cool. There's a segment during the show where I go backstage and talk. That was this part of the rehearsal, and then this is the view from the stage. So beautiful. After rehearsal, me and my mom walked on this beautiful boardwalk for a little bit. You can see our hotel from the boardwalk. It was gorgeous, and we got pizza. This is behind the scenes at Miss Universe 2021, the final part. I woke up, got breakfast, and did basically nothing all day but relax. Israel is 7 hours ahead of the States, and so our dress rehearsal here was at like 8 p.m.-ish, I think, local time. The real show shot at 2 a.m. local time so that we could be on Fox at 8 p.m. in the States. This is at the end of dress rehearsals. I went back, did my makeup, and I think it was like midnight local time when I left the hotel and headed back to the venue for the actual final show. There was a lot of security at the venue, lots of it. When we arrived, I went to my trailer, started getting dressed, and shot some Instagram content, some fun videos. You rang. Then I went to my seat at the back of the house. I reviewed my notes, including my screenshots of the top 15 in their preliminary evening gowns so I would know who changed dresses when they came out. Carson and I had so much fun just sitting there enjoying the energy.
Oh my God! Are you ready?
And then we were on. People were posting on Instagram little clips from the show, which was fun because I got to see myself in real time. I did an outfit change mid-show. Both of my dresses were from Giovanni, so shout out to them for dressing me. This one, I was leaving beads everywhere. Just a few, like souvenirs in my seat from my dress. And then Carson and I joined Steve on the stage at the end of the show. Miss India was crowned Miss Universe. I greeted her backstage and just congratulated her before I interviewed her for Extra because I'm an entertainment news correspondent and we did a clip on the show. This is like minutes after she won. Then I interviewed JoJo, who performed during the show, and then me and my mom took pictures on the actual stage. I took a pic with Lori Harvey, who was a judge. She was waiting backstage for her dad, Steve. And that was it. This is me at like 6 a.m. local time. I slept in my makeup and woke up at like 2 p.m. the next day. My mom and I hung out on this pier and grabbed some frozen yogurt before we went back to the hotel, packed up our stuff, and then hopped on our chariot to the airport. We had a 4-hour drive through the desert, and so this ride was actually pretty comfortable. Once we got there, there were people there